Hey everyone, so the next thing that we did is we did the rock, paper, scissors. So let's go in cell A1, I'm going to do a random between again. But I'm going to go from, say, 0 to 2 this time. And I'm going to fill this down. I'm just going to fill it down to, say, 20. Oh, I missed that, didn't I? There you go. We'll try it again. And then, of course, I need a button so I can re-randomize things. And so in my button, I'm going to go more rock, paper, scissors, and I will go update construction. And put that tool away. And so now every time I click on the button, I'm going to re-randomize that column. Now, when we did the coin flips, we just wanted to add up all the ones, but we can't do that now. So we need to actually count everything. So I'm going to go count if x equal 0 in the list from A1 colon to A20. So there are 6 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 zeros, and every time I click on my more RPS, I get different numbers of zeros. And I want to put these numbers into some sort of a set, so I will create the set, and it's empty. And I'll go back to my button. I'll go back to the settings in my button. And in the scripting command, I will go set value of the data set where I append to the data set A. A is what I counted. Many of you yesterday were adding up, like not only counting up the rocks, but also the papers and the scissors. So you were getting 3 kinds of dot plots or 3 kinds of sets of data, which I think was pretty darn cool. Because if you were doing that, that means you probably have a pretty good handle on what's going on. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, so every time I click on it, I get the number of rocks. And if I do a dot plot, oops, not a dot plot, a dot plot of my data. So when I get 20 rock, paper, scissors games, about a third of the time I should expect to get rock. But I'm just doing it randomly. So I would expect there to be somewhere around 6 or 7. So this is certainly unusual. That 3 down there is certainly unusual. But I would imagine somewhere, I expect to get somewhere between 6 or 7, because that's probably 7. That's around a third of 20. And the only thing we could add is we could do the length of my data set, so I know how many times I press the button. But that is how we did the rock, paper, scissors simulation. Anyway, that's that, kids. I hope it's helpful.